Welcome to Getembe Electrical. Today I'm going to show you how to assemble and mount a Chandalier Model X or a Chandalier. First, you start with these components. You mount them to this cover here. All of them, there are 5. This is one of the most difficult lights to assemble. So I decided to show you, or rather to simplify it for you. So first you put them this way, and it has a lock. As you can see, it's opening some locks. Then you pass it from down here, and then you lock with this nut. So you continue like that. It looks very difficult, but it's very easy. That's why I decided to show you how easy it is. So after finishing that, we go to the next step. But first, let me show you how it looks when you finish mounting them there. Let us try to go a little bit faster. So as you can see, this is how it looks. So when you finish mounting them to the top, now you take this other cover, you mount it down here. You use the locks again. This is one of the simplest, but looks so. Again, you lock this side down here. Remember, you locked up there. Now you are locking down here at this down cover. Like that. So you have to skip a little or to save time. So it has finished. So you tighten the nuts. Tighten these nuts. Then you arrange them. The spaces must be equal for the light to balance. Otherwise, if the spaces are not equal, the light will bend or will look bent to one side. So you tighten these nuts. Tightening these nuts like that. This is how. Now you can see after assembling like this, it has started taking shape. So you tighten so that these parts don't move. And make sure they remain the same when mounting it at the ceiling. So you take the chain. After finishing that, you take the chain. This is the chain that will hold it to the ceiling. Put it on top there. You screw it there. This is a very beautiful light. It goes for around 14,000 Kenya shillings, 12 to 14, and it's fully aluminium. It's fully aluminium. So it looks heavy, but it's very light. It's very, very light. So after finishing that, you put this wire through to the back, through this hole. This is the one that brings power, or rather supplies power to the lamp. I had to help him pull this wire. So after doing that, this is where a lot of guys mess up. But it's also very simple, very simple. You tie all the white wires together, like he's doing here. Some people assume just because they came tied black and white, you tie them like that. That is a mistake. Those lights won't go on. So you tie the white parts together, the white wires, you tie them all together like that. And then you tie to one of the wires that supplies power. Then you tape them, and then the blacks wires you tie to the other wire. You tie all the blacks together, and then you tie to all the other remaining wire. So after finishing that, you cover this part because you don't want to see wires hanging. Don't want to see wires hanging. And then you lock with this nut down here. Very beautiful light, as you can see. Very, very beautiful light, made of aluminium. A very light bulb. A very light chandelier. So you make sure down here also it's tight. Then you cover. Using this cover. You have to adjust to make sure you do a very nice job. You don't want to be cold after 2 days that the light fell down, or rather the chandelier fell down. So it has to be very tight and to be sure. It's a very expensive light, so you don't mess things up. So after finishing here, again, you make sure the spaces are equal for the light to balance when it's up there, so that it will be balanced. Otherwise, if you don't make the spaces between these parts equal, the light will lean to one side. So we are done this point. So after finishing that, so there's this part that you fix to the ceiling. This is the cover that will cover whatever will hold this light to the ceiling, like this. So you tie down here, you lock. Okay, now you make sure it's tight. Otherwise, this might follow you when going down the ladder. So this part here, this is what holds the light to the ceiling, or rather the chandelier. So you screw it to the ceiling. Screw it to the ceiling that way. After finishing that, so I have to hold for him this light. He can't hold and to do the wiring, so I hold it for him. This down part here to enable him connect those wires. So as you can see, he's connecting those two wires. So the red goes to one side and the black goes to one side. So there are only 4 wires here. So you fix one to the other to the other. So we are finished. Now we're gonna fix the glasses using this lock. So locks that way. When you finish that, you put all of them, and then I'll show you how it looks when we are done. This is how they look. So you have put 2. This ceiling is a very big sitting room, so we decided to mount 2. You can see how beautiful they are. That's how beautiful they are. We at Getembe Electricals love doing such jobs. You can find us. You can see our contacts in our bio. Like and subscribe for you to see our other videos. Thank you.